Hey everyone, it's Desiree, and I am here with another peg stamp video. This is part of their new release that they launched about a couple weeks ago, maybe a little more. And I just have a lot of fun playing with these. I think these are great stamps to have in your arsenal because they can make quick and easy cards, and they can also go into the more intricate cards. They not just for easy and simple. So the two stamps that I'm using, they're just two single ice cream cones, and of course they will be linked below. Remember, they have a registry, a line that shows you where the stamp will be positioned when you stamp, so you always want to be aware of that, even with this image, because again, there's a top and there's a bottom. It's an ice cream cone. The happy birthday sentiment that I'm using is actually by Tim Holtz. It's part of his alterations line. And I just really like the script of it. It's different, but if you've seen my previous videos, you do know that I love everything Tim Holtz. So I must have it. So I've already cut my two panels out. I used my Lawn Fawn Stitch rectangle dies, and I used one of the smaller sizes. And I'm just going to stamp this sentiment in some different areas. Now I'm using a piece of just some fun foam underneath to get a good impression. And of course I rocked too much, so I am pulling out my Tombow sand eraser just to remove that. And I do that in small circles when I use my sand eraser, and it comes off just fine. If there's a little bit of spot, don't worry about it. We will be able to cover that. Again, we don't throw it away. We don't start up or start over. We keep going. So the two colors that I chose, I love when it comes to my peg stamps, I love using my Memento Dewdrops. I have all 36, and I just think they're really convenient to use. They can travel with me. They're portable, and they come in great colors. Now remember, the Memento inks are Copic friendly or alcohol marker friendly as well. So that's kind of good that you have all those colors also. The two colors that I'm using here are Summer Sky and Danube Blue. So I'm putting my ice cream cone in the lighter, and then I'm just tapping on the bottom with the darker. It's going to give me an automatic variation when I stamp. So I wanted to choose the blues. If you wanted to use this for a masculine card, even though it's ice cream. Okay, my husband loves ice cream. Oh my goodness. He's an ice cream lover. So just by the colors, you can make something masculine. Now, for the second one, I'm using gray flannel, London Fog, Rosebud, and Angel Pink. I'm first going in with the gray flannel, because that's a darker gray. The London Fog is a little bit lighter. So we're going to stamp in some grays first with the two ice cream cones. So you have a soft serve, and then you have the other ice cream, you know, with the scoop. And I'm just going to put them along the top, and I'm going to put them along the bottom. I do like to have the gray. Now, you could simply stop here when it comes to just using the gray, the two shades of gray. Again, that could also make it masculine, but I wanted to pull in some pinks. So I'm using the Angel Pink and the Rosebud. Again, doing the same thing. It's okay. What I love about these peg stamps is their versatility. They're portable. You can do some really great things with them. But what's great, you can stamp on top of each other. And for some reason, with these stamps, it doesn't matter that you're stamping over them. You're still able to see the image. So with these peg stamps, you like to say you start with your largest image first and then work down to your smaller. Now, since these are the same size, you would use the lighter colors first and then come in with your darkers, so that your darker are going to be the prominent. So they're just really fun to use. They are great accents, and they can be for both large and small cards or regular size. Again, anything. So I've pulled out my favorite things black and white stripes paper pad, my 6x6, because who doesn't love black and white papers? And you can see for the blue ice cream cones, I have a rectangle cut a little bit larger than my one that I've cut out. And for the pink ice cream cones, I've cut a couple strips, and I just want those to go to the back of this. And I'm going to adhere both of them. Now, because I used my tape runner, I just went over a little bit. What's great with the All-to-New tape runner, you can rub it away. And if you don't get it all, I am using my rubber eraser just to remove my adhesive. This time I'm going to be smart and put my tape runner to the back of the panel and then set my strip down. Yeah. You know, there's just some things that we do. But again, we can always move forward. We don't have to stop. Sometimes, again, I shake my head as I do these. I'm going to fishtail the bottom end of these two strips. And again, I'm just cutting up the center and then coming in on a diagonal from each corner. I grabbed my 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 top folding card bases. I always have those all ready to go. And I'm going to use my tape runner because I want to put this panel straight down onto my card base. So again, you could have worked directly onto your card base, but these, that little bit of texture of the paper being layered onto it is fine for me right now. I curled up the edges of my fishtails, just like I always do, to add more texture and dimension, and that's our first card. For the second, I'm going to prop this panel up using my double-sided foam tape, but first, because I always forget, I pulled out my Nuvo blending brushes. I love these brushes, and there's all kinds out there on the market. I just like these because they were double-ended. So I have one for my blue tones, my red tones, pink tones, and so forth. And I just want to, I'm using the summer sky, and I just want to put a little bit of a hue in the background. You could have done some ink smushing, but maybe you're not comfortable doing ink smushing. Again, it's a comfort level. This, by using these brushes, you can get the same effect. So if you just want a soft cloud, you can use these. And that's what I like them for, to just give some soft clouds. Because when you're doing that, because of the paper, you can get some texture because of the bristles. You're not going to get a solid coverage. It's not like blending, but you get texture. You get the sense of it when you use them. I prop that up with my double-sided foam tape. I put that down so we have the blue in the background. And I grabbed a couple of my Nuvo drops. The first one is Rhubarb Crumble. It's like a frost, a sheen, a shimmer type drop for the pink. And then I grabbed my Midnight Blue for my blue ice cream cones. Excuse me. You could have intertwined them. You could have put the blue on the pink and the pink on the blue, whatever you wanted to do. And I just accented along with the drops. So you can see two very simple cards. I did hardly any editing at all on this. I did speed it up just a little bit as well, but these two cards took me about, I'm going to say 20 minutes. So just by using the peg stamps, I hope you will check them out. I will have them linked down below. Of course, we always show some close-ups of our cards here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. You don't want to miss any more upcoming videos and some new products that I'll be showing in the near future. All the products that I did use will be linked down below, along with the Rubber Stamp Tapestry link so that you can check out their new release and other products that they do have available as well. If anybody has any questions or comments, please leave those down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Hopefully sooner than later, but I will definitely get back to you. I hope everyone's having a great day, but always remember what's most important. Always be creative.